2025, a House bill was introduced to abolish the Public Employees Insurance Agency in West Virginia. However, it continues on today with approved changes to coverage made in December.
Now back in legislative session, there is more discussion on what could be changed or stay the same for the more than 75,000 active members who use it. News 9's Claire O'Neill has more details on where it stands now.
With significant cost increases, the long-term stabilization of PEIA as a health insurance coverage is in question in the Mountain State. In December 2025, after the PEIA Finance Board traveled across the state to hear input from public employees, including retirees who use the insurance, the board approved a 3% deductible increase and a $200 rise in the spousal surcharge. The spousal surcharge has drawn public criticism and debate for years, with opponents saying it can make coverage unaffordable.
And that spousal surcharge is a flat fee. So it doesn't matter if you're an administrator making $80,000, it's $550. And if you're a custodian making $35,000, it's $550.
Wheeling Park teacher Tim Triveri says even with a raise, the funding from PEIA has to be used to help pay for his rise in premiums to offset the cost.
That's really one of the main focuses of what we're asking for and what we're trying to get is to get some kind of cost control, to get true raises, not only for active employees, but to get a cost of living increase for our retirees because they're on fixed incomes. So every time their premiums go up, co-pays, deductibles, all of these things, they're really being hurt by these increases.
West Virginia is now in legislative session, with the approved PEIA increases to take effect July 1st. Delegate Jeff Stevens, a PEIA user, said lawmakers are looking for ideas to control costs, but he does not expect the rates approved in December to change.
On the PEIA side, I don't see much changing. Funding could change, that can always change, and a raise for public employees, that can change during session as well. But with the rates and everything with PEIA, I don't see those changing now.
Education West Virginia co-president Dale Lee said he is watching legislation that could affect PEIA users. He said Senate Bill 660 would change the spousal surcharge premium into a tier system. Another Senate bill would establish an 80-20 rule, with the state paying no less than 80% and the employee paying no more than 20%.
That would be very beneficial in that it gives flexibility to the Finance Board. It means that when the state had surpluses, they could put money in and it wouldn't automatically trigger a premium increase for the employees.
Lee said both bills could be taken up later in session. For retirees impacted who have not had a cost of living adjustment since retiring, Lee believes the issue will be discussed more during the appropriations and budget part of the session.
They can't keep increasing the premiums and the cost for the retirees with no adjustment to their take-home pay. So that's one of the important pieces of this that really has to be looked at this legislative session, and there's some bills to do that.
Triveri says he hopes to see those salary tiers be put in place, offer ways to control cost alongside a true pay raise, and a cost of living increase for retirees in order to stay afloat. However, he says it can also depend on what decisions are made in Charleston.
There's a handful of people in the legislature that are not taking their job seriously, and they're focusing on things that don't help everyday West Virginians and just kind of riles up their base for the primaries. So in the spring, if we do well in the Republican primary, we can have these reforms. We can really improve the situation in West Virginia, but we've got to get these people to take their job seriously.
If a bill happens to pass this legislative session on PEIA, News 9 will keep you updated. Reporting in the News 9 studio, I'm Claire O'Neill, News 9.
Hi, I'm Jamie Baker. Thanks for watching. Here's another video for you to watch, and please be sure to subscribe to our channel.